Hi, everybody, and welcome to some more Mario Kart Double Dash time trials. I'm Rick Bick. I am your sole commentator for today. So you guys are kind of in for a treat. And today we've got GoombaNL versus AverageTrey. And I'm just going to say this probably should be a sweep here, but AverageTrey obviously would be hoping to not let that happen. But yeah, Goomba has not dropped a set. I think I can count the number of games he's dropped on one hand. So I'd say more than AverageTrey is looking to win here. He's looking to maybe take a couple points. And anyone who's watched any one tries so far knows that that's definitely possible. Big upsets can happen in one tries. It just takes one big mistake. So on a track where it's really easy to fall off, we could see AverageTrey taking a win. Mario Circuit is probably not one of those, though. This track is pretty safe and consistent. And I think Goomba pretty handily has the world record here. So good clean start though from both of them. AverageTrey, I guess it makes sense a little bit to Shroom right there. Although he's gonna get some weird cycles, I think, with the Goombas at the end. No, okay, making it through, no problem. But Goomba still beating that lap and not using a Shroom. So, yeah, the Shroom on this track saves quite a lot of time. So you can just see now when Goomba used a Shroom and Trey didn't, how big the gap became. So Goomba just kind of showing his driving dominance here. 28.6 for Goomba versus a 30.9 for AverageTrey. Oh, and that's not the line you want to take there. So, and despite there not really being any mistakes from either players, you can just see like the difference in skill here. And it looks like Goomba's gonna pretty cleanly take this with a 1:27.7. That's a really fast time. And Trey having a pretty sloppy last lap there, but still, I don't think that's a terrible time for him. I guess plus 1.5 or so on his PR. So not spectacular, but could be a lot worse. Oh, and then we missed it, but the players did do bans. Goomba banned Daisy Cruiser, and Trey banned Sherbertland. Goomba, I think, has been banning Daisy Cruiser for almost every race. It's just a really frustrating track to play on in a one try. It's really easy to fail the pool skip, and then it's also really hard to do the stairs consistently, and it can be really frustrating, like I said, in a one try, because it feels like sometimes even if you're driving well, you might get a bad time. So Luigi Circuit is, I'm guessing, would be one of Goomba's most dominant tracks in this matchup. I mean, actually just one of his most dominant tracks in general. But it's just he can play it so safe here. There's no really risky parts. He can take pretty safe lines and not really worry about Trey. And that was a pretty spicy opener from Goomba, getting a 0.4. And I think Trey's PR here is just barely a 116. And obviously Goomba has the world record here. Oh, getting a little stuck. That was a good lap time too. He was on pace for the 114. I'm not sure if he is anymore. It'll be close. And Trey definitely not going to take the win here, but he might be on good pace. Oh, well, not anymore. Oh, and Goomba still clutching out the 114. That is an incredible time. That's really hard to get. Obviously, no, not an incredible time for Goomba, but yeah, 114 Luigi Circuit is definitely a pretty coveted sub. And Goomba making it look easy. getting stuck on a wall and still getting it. So, all right, let's see. Next pick going to be Baby Park. Okay. Goomba, I'd say this is potentially his most dominant track, just because he does a technique called, well, we call it swag strat. But it's just this sort of sideways driving that allows you to take the corners really, really tight. And it is just so powerful. It's really hard to do, but like I said, it's just, if you can do it, it just is so dominant over even 8MT. And Trey's doing 6MT, which is going to be even slower. So the thing is, though, this swag strat is risky. It's a lot harder than doing the normal strats here. So it can be risky, but Goomba has been dominant with it in the past. Apart from, so the difference between people who do this strat and people who do the old strat, which is just 8MT, so 8 MTs per lap, is huge. I want to say that once they started doing this, the record got cut by more than a second. Maybe even more than that. Yeah, and see, these like 8.9 second laps just are not really possible with 8MT, and Goomba's doing them pretty consistently. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that beats the old world record with 8MT right there. So, showing the dominance of swag strat. Also, it's called swag strat, so how could you not love it? Goomba saying in chat he's been doing this for so long he doesn't even remember how to do 8MT. Trey going to Bowser Castle, and I'm not even gonna try to read into the picks, because any track you say, pretty much Goomba is like the most dominant person on it in the world, with literally like 2 or 3 exceptions. It's easier to say where Goomba doesn't have the world record than all of the tracks he does. And we've actually seen, so Trey has been taking a little bit of a break from Double Dash, going back to his roots in Super Mario Sunshine a little bit. But it seems, sometimes the break can kind of help a little bit. We've actually seen Trey do some really cool things since he's been coming back for the league matches. I'm pretty sure he got a PR the other day, or he got a couple top 5 times in his match the other day. And apparently he said he just PR'd Dino Jungle right before this. So I think we'll definitely be seeing that pick later. Nice shortcuts. So I think Trey is actually on pretty good pace right now for him. He's got a pretty good cycle here, I think, as long as he can get under this fireball. Oh no, Trey falling in. Yeah, so there's kind of a threshold on Bowser Castle. If you are, I'd say if your openers with no shroom are like under 47, you want to start shrooming on lap 1 to get better cycles, and after that, you kind of want to save the shrooms for lap 2 and 3. But at Trey's level, actually, right now, he has some pretty miserable cycles. The cycles get a lot easier once you get into like the 218s, and then I think they get harder again once you get up to the really high level. Goomba adding a bunch of extra MTs here that very few people do. It's really hard to do those extra MTs on the stairs combined with the R-Tech. Goomba coming in with a 218.8. I think that's pretty underwhelming for Goomba, but obviously still a really impressive time. And then Trey can't be too happy with that. His first lap, I'm guessing, was on PR pace, actually. All right, going to Yoshi Circuit. And Goomba is almost certainly not going to do shroomless here. There's just no reason. He can beat Trey's PR by 3 seconds with no shroomless, I think. So doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And I'm not sure if Trey uses shroomless yet. So sorry, folks. Not going to see shroomless here today. No YOLO strat. You know, I think even without shroomless, Goomba does that first part faster than me. Just part of it is the adding MTs, but a big part of it, adding MTs isn't really better unless you can still space them and have really quick MTs. And that's what he does, which is so impressive. It's not just adding more MTs that makes you faster. It's more how you space them. And if you can add them, the ability to add them really depends on having super quick MTs and really, really solid spacing, which not a lot of players can boast. And Goomba is looking pretty hot. I don't think he's made any major mistakes so far during this match. I guess he got stuck a little bit on Luigi Circuit, briefly, and that's about it. It cost him probably only like 0.3. Well, I guess his Bowser Castle was not super exceptional. That is a lightning time with no shroomless. I'm pretty sure that smashes Trey's PR by a couple seconds. Now, what we all really want to see is Goomba get a one-try world record. That's a pretty tall order, though. I think we're more likely to see Trey get a one-try PR. I think there's 3 or 4 people who have done it so far. I know me and Phoenix have. I think Razern has, but the more skilled the players get, the harder it is to get those PRs. So pretty even through the first corner. But this is where you're going to see a big difference, is this R-Tech. Yep, and Goomba coming out of that like more than a second ahead. The R-Tech just saves so much time there. On this corner as well, R-Tech saves a considerable amount of time. Man, good stuff from Goomba. Coming with a 59-1 opener. I think that's definitely pace for maybe like a 257, probably. Potentially a 257. It's gonna depend on his R-Tech here with the Shroom. And it's pretty good. Gets a really tight exit, and that's honestly the most important part. And Trey actually not doing too bad in the spiral as well. So yeah, when you're doing a big spiral like that, it's really important that you get a tight exit. That actually goes for a lot of cornering. Oh no, Goomba getting stuck. Maybe still on pace for the sub, but it's going to be close. Will he get it? I think he will. Getting a 159.1 with a huge time loss on that wall. Probably like 2 seconds. So I think he was on pace for a low 158 there, or a 157. Trey going to Waluigi Stadium. I'd say this is not actually his best bet to take a map. I'd say that would probably be Dino Jungle. And just hoping that Goomba screws up and falls off. You can see just the spacing and MTs on a straightaway. Just that can actually make so much difference. And you wouldn't think about that, you know. You think a lot of it is just the lines, but actually just how you space out your mini turbos and how quickly you do your MTs can save a lot of time. And I think that's one of the things that separates the really top level players from the mid-level players, is that they're not, you know, one, they are getting exceptional lines, but also they're saving a lot of time just from better driving and better MT speed, better spacing. So when you release an MT, it puts you at your top speed for 30 frames in the light karts, so that's half a second. But if you start another drift before that time is up, it sets your speed back down to, I guess, minus 15 miles per hour. So your top speed is 70. It'll set you back down to 55. And so you want to get the most out of each MT, and that's why you want to space them out. So right as one MT is ending, you want to do your next one. Trey with an unfortunate fireball at the end there, but it was surely not the time save he needed, or the time loss that he would have needed, that cost him. right. Oh, I forgot about DKM. That's definitely another track that Trey might have the potential to beat Goomba on. I'd say this is arguably the most risky track, especially when you're adding the MTs on the bridge at the end. It can be really, really difficult and inconsistent. I wouldn't say inconsistent, but they're definitely difficult. So I think we're going to see Goomba doing a lot more MTs at the end than Trey, just because they're very hard. Oh, Trey going really wide there. Both using lap 1 shrooms. Smart, easy to fall off. Goomba, oh nice, getting the clean R-Tech there. Dropping that A-less MT, but that's fine. He makes it across the bridge okay. And Trey with sloppy shortcut gets stuck. Oh wow, okay. Sketchy on the bridge, but he makes it across. No MTs though. Wow, that's just a huge difference in their openers. I honestly think that Goomba could fall off even and still be ahead. Oh, Goomba taking the baby strats for the shortcut right there. No worries though, still plenty far ahead. Oh, Trey adding those MTs. A little scary. And good R-Tech again from Goomba. Coming in with a, just barely missing the sub, with a 145. Oh, Trey getting stuck on that corner again. So I'm pretty sure Trey didn't have any falls there, just getting stuck pretty bad on a couple of walls. All right, and the next track that we're going to be playing is Mushroom City. And Trey just needs Goomba to make a big mistake. That's what it's gonna take, because otherwise he's not taking a game. But Goomba has swept plenty of people before, and I think he's ready to do it again. So yeah, this is just, this is a Goomba exhibition. Breathe it in. Yeah, I think there are really unfortunate car hits from Trey there. I think there are really honestly only, if Goomba's driving well. Oh, Goomba falls in. No, Trey with another car hit. Wow, even openers, even with Goomba falling in. Oh, but Trey does have his shrooms. It's going to take a lot, though. I think it's still going to take another car hit from... Oh, and not another car hit from Trey. Come on, Trey. He's just on those bad cycles. Trey does have a lead here, though. And another mushroom. I'd say if he drives consistently and doesn't hit any cars, he's got a chance at this. He's got a very real chance at this. And I will say, if he doesn't take it, he's going to be kicking himself afterwards. Oh, no. That's going to be it. I don't see Trey catching back up after that. Maybe if Goomba hits a car. I can't see anything else happening, though. Yeah, and Goomba's just going to play it safe going around. Well, that was it. That was the opportunity Trey needed, and he didn't capitalize. So that's too bad, because you have to get really lucky for Goomba to give you an opportunity to score. So when he does, you gotta be on it. So that's really too bad for Trey. It's because he just might not get another opportunity. I'd say Goomba has beaten his PR on every other track. So. In Mushroom City, the world record actually was a one try from Goomba quite a while ago. Not in a tournament, but it was his first run on the track of the day, and he got the world record. He has a video of it on his YouTube. His reaction's pretty cool. Mushroom Bridge, I'd say it's going to be a lot harder for Trey to take. It's one of those really just one of those tracks that's just really dependent on spacing, MT speed. A lot of the lines are kind of gimmies, so Goomba's talent here is just going to show through abundantly, even more than the other tracks. As long as he doesn't keep dropping MTs like that. Even with the dropped MT, 0.8 opener, not bad. Yeah, Trey is second behind there. I don't think Trey is on pace to PR here, but we'll have to see. He's definitely on decent pace. Oh, yeah, that probably cost him a lot of time. It's like Goomba's going to be coming through in a 118, though. Oh, barely missing the 118, getting a 119. And that's not bad driving from Trey. He had a couple mistakes, but most of that time loss is just honestly just his the difference in Goomba's MTing and spacing, and a lot of it comes down to lines as well. All right, going to dry desert. Let's see. Of the tracks that are left, this is one of the riskier ones. We've got dry. I mean, obviously DDJ. We should see, especially seeing as Trey just PR'd it. But that one, I'd say that one is the riskiest track we have left by far. I don't think I see anyone else use this character combo from Trey as well. I'm not sure. Maybe there's somebody. Ooh, Trey has to hold that MT there. Stay on his line. Yeah, and there's a lot of MTs that Trey just isn't doing. Oh, Goomba going around lap 2. Maybe I think he just didn't like his setup for the shroom. Nice A-Tech there to stay on the line. That's really tough. And Goomba's definitely on pace for at least a 129 here, I think. Maybe not. I want to say he's got the sub at him still. I think 128 is very doubtful, though. Yep, 129.4. Still a ridiculous time, though. And Trey, is that a top 5? Yeah, nice time from Trey. Coming in with about 0.7 of his PR. That's always exciting. And we've only got 2 tracks left for Trey to get on the board. It always feels bad to get swept, but sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it. We've only got 2 tracks left, and we are going to see Dino Jungle. There we go. Maybe Trey's just been saving this one. I think if Trey's going to get on the board, he's got to do it on this track. This is definitely his best chance. Oh, nice Trey. Nice. Sticks the landing. Okay. I'm watching Trey here. I think he's on this should be PR pace. That was a pretty solid first lap. I don't want to curse him, but Trey's cooking. Okay. Nice. Still clean, still clean. Always scary there, but that's good, that's good. Another pretty good landing there. And this has to be big PR pace for Trey. I think so. It's got to be. I don't know what his PR is, but he's on really solid pace right now. And I mean, Goomba's still making it look easy. It doesn't look like he's going to give Trey anything here. But Trey could definitely still make this a highlight of the race. I haven't seen any mistakes. No. Oh man. I'll ask him afterwards, but that must have been PR pace right there. Darn. Oh, Trey, that's too bad. Yeah, just saying he was totally on PR pace. That dyno head feels pretty bad to hit as well. It's just it has a really weird hitbox. It can be really frustrating. All right, last course. Trey going to Peach Beach, just saying to Goomba, do your thing, mess me up. He knows what's coming. Now this is just a course that's so dependent on A-Tech and MT speed, and there are a couple tricky lines in it, but Goomba can just play this safe and just rely on his vastly superior driving. And I think we could very easily see a 107 here from Goomba, which would be less than a second behind the world record. But 107 is kind of a big sub on Peach Beach. Very difficult. I think we've seen a couple in tournaments so far. Honestly, though, I think the ones we've seen, most of them have been from Goomba. Oh, I take it back. I don't know if it's possible for him to get a 107 anymore. With a mistake like that. Yeah, with this one shroom. I think we could definitely still be looking at a mid 108 though. This is not what Goomba was looking for, but yeah, and that's just a bad shroom. That hardly saved him any time. But I think he was just correcting another mistake. Yeah, I mean, he just knows, though. He doesn't really have to do much now to gotta finish it out in the swag strat. Finishing it with style with a 109.4. Pretty sloppy from Goomba. But Trey getting another top 5 time. Trey's given us some good performances today. I think he was actually driving pretty well. All right, we're going to get guys in here.
What's up?
Oh, Trey. Oh, guys, I've been so low.
Yeah, I bet. In that locker room.
Did you get any weird looks?
No, I actually didn't see anyone, surprisingly.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've been getting a little bit of a reputation through the commentators. When no one else can do it, I've been doing these solo commentaries on my phone in weird places throughout campus. So.
You're the hero we need, right?
Yeah.
Goomba, I don't know, man. Some sloppy performances. What are you doing?
I don't know, man.
I'm ashamed of you, dude.
Every time I'm like, oh, let's do it. Like when Trey said I get world record, I was like, you know what?
Dude, that was my mental game. Strong,
yeah. That's what I thought too. And I was like, I'll do it anyway.
Trey, I thought in general, okay, I know everyone says after every race that they were driving poorly, but I thought it looked like you were racing pretty well. You had like 3 top 5 times, and then that DDJ, that looked like it was a huge PR pace.
That was a crazy, maybe 145 pace. And
yeah,
then,
that looked like 145 pace. Yeah.
And then dude, for those watching and don't know, that dyno head doesn't exist like 95% of the time. The hitbox. And then the one time the hitbox is there, it kills my PR pace run.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that so much. And then there was that sucked, and then it just sucked to watch. And then the other thing was the Mushroom City.
Oh.
Yeah, I hit 3 cars in the first lap.
Yeah, I know. And that's like every track I was like, Goomba's just got to give him an opportunity. Like he's just got to keep pushing so he can capitalize on that one opportunity.
Yeah, I think after that first lap, I kind of mentally gave up, but I should have just pushed as hard as I could.
Yeah, it's really hard when you make a mistake like that first lap. Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, this is like Goomba's best track. There's no way he messes this up.
Yeah.
And then he fell in, I guess. So.
Yeah, the first lap, I was on pace for a killer lap. and then I just fell in like the last pixel you can. I was
Oh
like,
man.
no, I don't want this.
That actually
then I
happened
started
to me.
to like try and compensate for it, but I got stuck again for like 4 hours. So
Yeah, when you mess up in that track, it just kind of snowballs because of the cycles.
yeah.
So Goomba, that's another sweep. How many people have you swept? 4?
2 or 3. I don't
3?
know.
Okay.
I think 4 at
Sometimes
this point.
I like to drop one game, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that must be fun.
Yeah, I
for
didn't.
you.
I didn't
Never
capitalize on
happened to
my.
you.
I didn't capitalize on that drop opportunity for me, but.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was there.
that's the thing. You get one pretty much. That's the rule of thumb.
Mhm.
In the race, you get one. Yeah.
Oh wow, it was a fun race. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, GG's, dude.
Yeah, great games, guys. So up next, we've got some Super Mario 64, and then also make sure to check out the GSA's live event pace. I believe it's exclamation point tickets in chat. Check it out for sure. It's going to be a good time. There's a bunch of huge names from the speedrunning community are going to be there. So yeah, and either way, you should definitely watch it. There's going to be, apart from races, there's going to be a lot of runs that people have submitted. So it's definitely going to be one of the biggest events of 2019 for the speedrunning community. So that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. Great games to both of you. Goomba, good sweep. Trey,
Thank you.
some super solid performances. Couple letdowns, but that's just how the one tries go.
Mhm. Thank you.
So, yep, good game, guys, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.